Doctor, my knee has been really hurting lately, and I'm worried because I don't know what's causing it. I've heard of gout, but what exactly is it?
Gout is a condition that occurs when there's too much uric acid in the blood. This uric acid can crystallize and accumulate in the joints, leading to inflammation. The result is severe joint pain, which is a hallmark of gout.
I see. So why does uric acid build up?
There are several reasons for an increase in uric acid. Diet, alcohol consumption, genetics, and stress all play a role. Specifically, consuming foods high in purines can increase uric acid levels, making gout more likely.
What are purines?
Purines are substances that are necessary for producing energy in the body. However, when purines are metabolized, they produce uric acid. So, if you consume too many purine-rich foods, uric acid levels can rise, increasing the risk of gout.
I see, that makes sense. But why is it just my knee that hurts?
Gout often affects the joints in the lower body, especially the big toe and knees. This is because the extremities of the body are cooler, making it easier for uric acid to crystallize. As a result, you may experience pain and swelling in these areas.
That sounds painful. Are there other symptoms?
Yes, other symptoms of gout include swelling, redness, and a warm sensation in the affected joint. Gout typically presents as sudden, intense pain. In the early stages, the pain may subside after a few days, but if left untreated, it can become chronic and more frequent.
That sounds frightening. How can I prevent gout?
Prevention starts with revising your diet. It's important to limit foods high in purines, engage in regular exercise, and reduce alcohol intake. Regular health checkups are also crucial.
Can you tell me more about foods that are high in purines? Which ones should I avoid?
Foods high in purines include chicken liver, dried shiitake mushrooms, dried fish, and anchovies. These foods have a particularly high purine content and can increase the risk of gout.
I always thought chicken liver and dried shiitake mushrooms were healthy, but they're bad for gout?
Yes, while they are nutritious, they can increase uric acid levels. Other foods to watch out for include fish roe, canned fish, and shrimp. It's also advisable to avoid beef and pork liver.
Fish roe and shrimp too? Those are some of my favorite foods. Are there any other foods I should be careful about?
Yes, even within meats, red meat tends to be higher in purines, so it's important to consume it in moderation. Processed meats, like bacon and sausages, should also be avoided.
So I need to be cautious with meats in general. Are there any other tips?
Yes, alcohol can also have a negative impact on gout. Beer, in particular, is high in purines, so it's best to limit or avoid it. Additionally, sugary drinks should be avoided, as they can also raise uric acid levels.
So alcohol and sugary drinks too? It sounds like it'll be tough to avoid all these things.
It might be challenging at first, but changing your habits can significantly reduce the risk of gout. Focusing on a balanced diet and leading a healthy lifestyle is key.
I understand. I'll start being more careful. Thank you. How exactly does alcohol affect gout?
Alcohol inhibits the body's ability to eliminate uric acid, which leads to higher levels in the blood. Beer is particularly risky because it contains a lot of purines, making gout more likely.
What about other types of alcohol?
While not as high in purines as beer, spirits like shochu and sake can also increase uric acid levels. Wine is generally considered safer, but it's still best to drink it in moderation.
Should I completely stop drinking alcohol?
Ideally, you should limit alcohol consumption, but if you do want to drink, reduce the amount and frequency. Drinking in moderation can help lower the risk of gout.
What's considered a moderate amount?
Generally, a 350 milliliters can of beer or a single serving of sake, about 180 milliliters, is considered moderate. However, it's best not to drink every day.
I see. I'll try to cut back on alcohol. Is there anything else I should be aware of?
In addition to alcohol, you should also limit sugary foods and drinks. Sodas and sweets can raise uric acid levels, so it's important to avoid them.
I'll make sure to be careful about that too.
That's great. By focusing on a healthy lifestyle, you can reduce the risk of gout.
Doctor, I've also heard that sugar and fat can impact gout. How does that work?
Excessive intake of sugars and fats can lead to weight gain, which is one of the factors that increase uric acid levels. Additionally, sugary foods and drinks can cause spikes in blood sugar, prompting insulin secretion, which can suppress the elimination of uric acid.
I didn't know that. What specific foods should I avoid?
Foods high in sugar include cakes, cookies, candies, and sugary drinks like soda. For high-fat foods, be mindful of fried foods, butter, and cream. It's important to limit these in your diet.
There's a lot to keep track of. How can I improve my diet?
Focus on eating a balanced diet with plenty of vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Aim to reduce foods high in fat and sugar, and watch your portion sizes to avoid overeating.
So this will help reduce the risk of gout. Any other advice?
Incorporating regular exercise is also beneficial. Exercise helps with weight management and can lower uric acid levels. Additionally, managing stress is important, as stress can raise uric acid levels. Make sure to set aside time to relax.
I'll make sure to focus on diet, exercise, and stress management.
That's the right approach. If you ever have concerns, feel free to reach out.
Doctor, can you summarize today's discussion?
Of course. Gout is a condition caused by the crystallization of uric acid in the joints, leading to pain. To prevent it, it's important to avoid foods high in purines, such as chicken liver, dried shiitake mushrooms, and anchovies. It's also best to limit alcohol, especially beer. Avoiding excess sugar and fat, maintaining a balanced diet, exercising regularly, and managing stress are all crucial steps in reducing the risk of gout. By following these guidelines, you can prevent gout and lead a healthy life.
Thank you, doctor. I now have a much better understanding of the relationship between gout and diet.
You're welcome. Feel free to reach out anytime. I'll continue to share health-related videos, so if you have any other questions, be sure to check out the other videos as well.